My name is Angela Romans, and I am a board member of the National Civic League. And I also was honored to help lead the Providence, Rhode Island All-America City Award winning team in 2012. So I am, thank you, yes, give it up for Providence. And the 2012 All-America City Award winners and today's finalist presenters. I hope everyone enjoyed the finalist presenters. Let's give it up for them today too. And I am here to welcome you to this reception and from my perspective, and just tell you a little bit of how I got here involved in the grade level reading campaign. Now, I want to confess to you that I am a big kid person. So for most of my education career, I taught high school, like I said. I am a former college admission person and academic advisor at a college, and so I love the big kids. And in 2011, when I went to the mayor's office in Providence to become the mayor's education advisor, I was thinking that the mayor, because of my interests, would be focused on big kids, high school graduation and college access and all the big kid stuff. And then my mayor met Ralph Smith. And many of you have met Ralph Smith, and I've been thinking and talking about superheroes a lot recently, and I really think that Ralph Smith is like Wonder Woman. You might not see that, but Wonder Woman has that lasso of truth, and Ralph Smith has what I am calling the lasso of yes. Ralph Smith takes that lasso of yes and he wraps it around you, and you are compelled to say yes to whatever he is asking you to do on behalf of kids and families. And so my mayor got ensnared or enlisted in that lasso of yes, and then I got the opportunity to learn about children's brain development and chronic absence at the elementary school and volunteer reading programs and all those wonderful things that the grade level reading campaign is focused on. So I became a convert because of that lasso of yes. It is super, super powerful. But also, as those of you who are fans of superhero stories know, there is usually a dynamic duo with superheroes, right? And so if Ralph Smith is the Wonder Woman in this story, then Ron Fairchild has to absolutely be the Steve Trevor of the story. And for those of you who've seen Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor is a really important character. This is the platonic version of the story. And so in this story, Steve Trevor, AKA Ron Fairchild, is the person who makes the work get done. And Ron will do whatever it's needed to get the work done, from meeting all of you and enlisting all of you to bringing water to kids in a summer school program, because that's what's needed to get the work done. So I know you all are here largely because of that dynamic duo, and so I am honored and happy to introduce the Steve Trevor of the dynamic duo in the campaign, Ron Fairchild.
Thank you, Angela. Please join me in thanking everyone at the National Civic League, their board and their staff, for being such wonderful partners for the All-America City Award. We're going to do two quick things at this reception this evening. The first is really to honor and thank everyone who helped us get to and through this process of identifying our 27 fantastic All-America City Award finalists. And then we're going to get rolling with the Communications Expo. So I want to just share with you, for the All-America City Award process, we relied on so many people to get us to this place. First, we had 53 applicants for the All-America City Award, and we know that all of you worked so hard to complete those self-assessments. So I want to thank everyone who applied, who were in the mix for the All-America City Awards. And I also want to thank all of the peer reviewers. How many of you were peer reviewers and actually reviewed the self-assessment? Let's give them a hand. We had nearly 450 peer reviewers all across the country. And those peer reviewers collectively, many of you in this room, completed more than 1,300 peer reviews of all of those applications. I also want to thank our founding national partners who are here. I especially want to thank United Way Worldwide, and I believe Alicia Laura is somewhere here. Alicia, let's give Alicia a hand. United Way Worldwide has been a stalwart partner of ours from the very beginning. I also want to thank Tanja Rucker from the National League of Cities. Is Tanja here? I don't see Tanja. I saw her earlier today, but let's give National League of Cities a big round of applause. I know everyone's anxiously awaiting the announcement tomorrow of the recipients. Many of our national partners served on a blue ribbon panel for us, and those folks did the final reviewing, rating, and ranking, and really had the tough work to help us identify the actual All-America City Award recipients who will be announced tomorrow. There's a slide over there that lists all the organizations represented by the more than 20 people who sat on that blue ribbon panel who actually identified the recipients tomorrow. So please join me in thanking all of them. And lastly, I want to thank again our incredible team at the Campaign for Grade Level Reading. I would say that there is nothing better in life than working with people you like, trust, and respect and admire, and working on an effort that makes a difference in the lives of so many young people and families. And it is indeed a privilege to work on such an effort. So thank you to all of our staff at the Campaign for Grade Level Reading. Speaking of someone I like, trust, and admire, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Chief Communications Officer for the Campaign for Grade Level Reading and the person responsible for all of the incredible branding and had the vision for the balloons and the things on the floor and those brands that were put on the sandwiches at a reception the other night and all of the details. So let's give it up for Ernestine Benedict.
Good evening. It is so good to see all you gorgeous people. I'm Ernestine Benedict, Chief Communications Officer at the Campaign for Grade Level Reading, and I'm so excited to be here. I cannot tell you. This evening is so special to me because I've had the opportunity to look at some of the most incredible work that happens around the country to tell the story of the Campaign for Grade Level Reading, to make sure that everyone possible understands the importance of what we do, the reason why we do what we do. It's by creative, effective, and innovative storytelling that we are engaging and mobilizing champions all across this country. So I cannot stand here and move forward first without just giving everyone here a hand clap and a hand praise. Thank you so much. So since we're talking about storytelling, how could I stand here and not tell you a story? So we're going to do a quick interactive story just to make sure you're paying attention. You ready? All right, here we go. Oh, the wonderful things I can do. Mr. Brown can sound like a cow. Can you moo? Moo too? Can you? Moo. That was pathetic. More drinks, bartender. All right, so honestly, I've already probably gone over my time, but I'm grateful. And today or this evening, what you're going to see as you walk through this beautiful hall are examples of the incredible work out there that all of the communities are doing, like I said, to tell this story. So the Communications Expo is really and truly just a big old trick, right, to get all of the communities sharing their work with us on a regular basis and sharing your work with one another on a regular basis so that you can do two things: share shamelessly and steal shamelessly from one another, right? There are times when you need some good brochures or a great idea for a report, and if only you had someone else's total outline of their whole event or awareness campaign, you could do it in 2 days, right? Which is what everyone's needing to do. So this is the point. We want this to be a catalyst for you to continue to connect with one another and share with one another and spread the word about this work as loudly and as proudly and as passionately as you can. So today, the Comms Expo is showing you all of the amazing entries that came in that were whittled down by an incredible council of communications advisors. And I want to just thank my communications advisors. They're not all here, but I just want you to give them a big hand clap for going through over 150 submissions. So as you peruse, and please do peruse, there are websites, there are awareness campaigns, and there's videos. And after this amazing event, all of this material will be available to you online. On the tables, you will see booklets that give you the details and the narrative behind the work that you see. That will also be available online, but take a chance to thumb through it while you're here. And then there was one amazing entry that we just couldn't fit inside of here. I think you've got a clue. The Moonshot rocket from Indian River, Florida, is hanging out in front of Union Station. So when you leave here tonight to go party, drink it up a little bit more, go to the Moonshot rocket. And just to make sure you get there, we've got free tickets for the train, okay? So all right, now here we go. We only have 100 tickets, and I think we have 3,000 of you. So it's first come, first serve. We did the best we could, but I'm hoping that many of you take advantage of that. And you go downtown, and you experience that Moonshot rocket, and you get your pictures taken, and you Facebook Live, and you tweet, and you Instagram, and then you send it all to me so that I can share it to everybody else. You got the plan right? You got it? All right, awesome. I love all of you. Thank you for your time. Have an amazing night, and I'll see you in the morning.